Well, now we're ready to splice an optical cable. And here are the tools you'll need. 95% or higher isopropyl alcohol, lint-free cloths, coating strippers for 250 micron fibers, fiber cleaver rated at less than or equal to 1 degree perpendicular cleave angle, fusion splicer that meets loss ratings per the job specs, and protection sleeve, better known as heat shrink. You'll find the CommScope's fiber's precisely engineered mode field diameter makes the cable easier to splice with other brands of single-mode fiber. In addition to precise mode field diameter, the cable also features low core cladding offset. The low offset helps align better with other brands of cable. Let's watch as a CommScope engineer splices an optical cable.
To prepare the fiber optics for fusion splicing, the protective coating must first be stripped off. Using coating strippers for 250 micron fiber, remove 2 inches of coating, being careful not to damage the cladding. Once a fiber is stripped, it needs to be cleaned with 95% isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free cloth to remove the coating residue. Using an industry-approved cleaver rated for fusion splicing, cleave the cleaned fiber so there is no greater amount of glass exposed than is necessary. This is important to ensure that all unprotected glass fits into the protection sleeve. Carefully place the cleaned fiber into the V-groove of the fusion splicer, being cautious not to contaminate or damage the end of the cleaved glass. Repeat the same process for the other fiber. Close the hood on the fusion splicer and follow the manufacturer's use instructions. Once the fusion splice is complete, check the image of the fused glass for a good splice. A low splice loss does not always mean a splice is good, especially if it does not look good.
There are several different brands of fusion splicers. Most all of them have these key features. A fusion heat source, usually an electric arc, V-groove clamps for holding fibers, a way of positioning the fibers relative to the heat source, a way of viewing the fibers, a microscope or display screen, so they can be accurately positioned. Splicing procedures will vary depending on the fusion splicer you use. The simplest ones allow you to mechanically match up the outer diameters and fuse them. More sophisticated splicers automatically align the fiber cores for the lowest loss splices. Some splicers come equipped with LID, local injection and detection. With LID, light is injected through the fiber coating and fibers are automatically aligned by monitoring optimal output. Remember, CommScope's fibers are LID compatible. There's one last step in the splicing process. That's the application of the protection sleeve, or heat shrink.
Remove the fusion spliced fibers from the machine. Carefully slide the protective sleeve over the splice, centering the splice within it. Place the protective sleeve into the heat oven to shrink the protective sleeve down on the glass.
Remember, fiber optic cable is sensitive to sharp bending, so make sure you know the minimum bend radius for the cable you're splicing. For that matter, make sure you always follow all the manufacturer's specifications. Always use the proper tools, including safety glasses and gloves.